Hi, this is Lisa from Low Cooking Rubber Stamp. Today I'm going to show you how to make this card and how to make your own stencil, and it's a simple, easy, that's a starter. We're going to use our Fether pressure stamp set and the matching die set plus our #1 cell background stamp. This is words, is a definition of love from the dictionary. I'm sure you have a lot of die cuts, so the die cuts are perfect to make a stencil too. And so this is the starfish die cut, and I use this starfish from our sea life set. And then there's a little leaf set. This is from our cheeks, and this one is actually from our feather treasure, one of the feather here. So I just do a die cut. Okay, to create your own stencil, and this stencil, once when I create it, I actually use it again. And how can you make this stencil last longer? Ta-da! This is our packing tape. So you can grab a piece of regular cardstock, and you are going to just use a regular packing tape, and then you are going to just seal the surface. Just cover all. I wish the packing tape they have a wider one, so that way one run will cover everything. So, but that will do. So you just make sure you cover it everywhere, and make sure if you don't want to trimming this one, just make sure you're folding it and try to squeeze all the air bubble. So that's your foundation card, and then you're going to just put your die cut. So I did a bigger one, so depending on what you actually usually like a one will work, but if you have a small die cut like that, you can cut as many as you want. Just make sure when you, like this one, I kind of made a mistake because I didn't leave enough space between the die cut and the paper. So when I kind of rub the color on top, I get a little extra color here. So make sure you leave enough space like this, so that way when you apply the color, you don't have to worry about the extra color here. So this one I'm going to just put here, and I'm going to put my tape here. I'm going to run through the machine, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is what it look like. And also you can do the same thing. So I used to use this tape, is a reposition tape. You can find it from the purple tape from the craft store or staple. But I found out sometimes when you run through the machine, they always break, and then after a while it actually costs you money, right? So you can do the same thing. Washi tape is much cheaper. You can also use the packing tape and put on top of your washi tape, so that way this tape you can use again and again. So it's a good thing, give it a try. Okay, so those are Low Cooking Rubber Stamps Magic Mushroom. They are our new product. If you are the first time viewer, you don't know what is Magic Mushroom, make sure you go to our DVD library. We have a lot of tutorial to show you how to use our product, and the last few tutorials is all about how to use this Magic Mushroom, how to taking care of it, how to clean it, how this mushroom can do. Okay, so those mushroom is great for applying the color, and we are going to use this magic mushroom to combine with our stencil to make a beautiful card just like it. It's very simple and easy. It definitely speed up your process. Okay, so before we start to working on our project, this is what I'm going to show you. So this is the starfish that I made. I just used my die cut, and I cut a few times, and I seal my paper with packing tape. So that's the first one. It's really pretty background, and this is the second one on the darker color paper. So, but for this card, we are going to just use the one, and I already seal this one and create my my stencil here. So we are going to use 3 colors here. So we are going to use the 200, 703, and the 500. You're going to always start with a lighter color first. You can use regular cardstock, you can use watercolor paper, any color paper you like. I keep repeating all my tutorial. This is our magic mushroom. It looks pretty dirty, but that's okay. Tools are designed to be used. You got to use your tool. So every time when you apply the color, you try to testing on your scrap paper. If no color, that means these mushrooms are ready to go. If there's a color on top and you want to working on a light color, you got to clean it. Okay, so first one, we are going to always start with the lighter color first. I'm going to start with this light orange, and then we're going to brush or ink, or you can tap. Doesn't matter any way you like. I found the brush it worked just fine. Okay, and then we're going to just put my stencil here, kind of off the page a little bit, and I can gently tap. Okay, so that's the first one. I'm going to use my even like the same pressure to color everywhere, so the color is pretty much the same, right? Okay, now we're gonna do something. I'm going to change my my stencil, and this time I am going to hit hard and gently release the pressure one direction, and look, this time we kind of have a different kind of tone, right? And then we're going to rotate this one again. We don't want too much ink on top, and always be careful your dirty finger. So I kind of rotate again, and this time I start with light and then hit hard. Well, that's the same. Oops. It doesn't matter. We're going to fix that one. Okay, I think it's start hard getting light is easier than start light getting hard. So let's do the hard getting light. Okay, so that's the first color we did. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then there's one thing before we move to the second color. Because we put this packing tape, right? So the packing tape kind of resists the ink, the orange color. Before we move on to the next color, this is what I want you to do. You're going to use a wet cloth. You are going to kind of clean that orange color. If you don't clean that orange color, and then you are going to apply it on your car, the green color is going to be messy. It's going to be a kind of dirty color. If you don't believe me, give it a try, and trust me, been there, done that. Okay, now we are going to do the green color, and I'm going to show you. You can even use a two-tone too if you want, but I try to keep it simple. Don't make it very complicated. Okay, before I use my green mushroom, you can see there is a color on the scrap paper, right? I want to working on the light color, so I want to clean my mushroom first before I start it. Just have a wet cloth and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your dirty mushroom. Okay, don't try to rub like that, because we don't want your mushroom break from here. So squeeze, and then you want to have a kind of like a moisture rag. Okay, not the dry one. Just squeeze, squeeze. And you are going to use a napkin or paper towel or dry towel, kind of just absorb extra ink. So on your Kleenex, there's a color, okay, but on your scrap paper, there's no color. See, there's no color, no color. That means this mushroom is ready to go. Okay, so now we are going to take a look. I'm going to just put this direction. You can overlapping with a little bit orange, it's okay. So we are going to apply a little bit green, brush or tap, doesn't matter. And remember, we are going to hit hard, start with a heart and the release light. So hit hard, gently tapping. See, I get a fading color. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then now I can easily put it back to the same place. Okay, and then I'm going to grab a little bit darker green. So I am using this darker green bamboo leaves. Is 707. Okay, testing a little bit. Always testing before we apply on your paper. Okay, so on the top, I kind of give a little bit darker color. See, my green have a two-tone now. Okay, and now I'm going to use this darker green, so I don't have to clean my this one because it's getting darker, right? Oops, let's do this. Okay, gently start with the heart and then release the pressure. If you don't like those fading one, you can just use the same pressure. They will work just fine. I think 2 green is good. Now you don't have to clean your mushroom every time you use it, but you do have to check every time when you want to use again. I mean the you want to clean it before you use, but you don't have to clean it after use. Okay, so clean your stencil again, and just in case you can kind of, well, just use a napkin to, dry it. You can also rotate your card. So now we're going to do the purple. Oh, purple, look, my mushroom is too dark. So squeeze, 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 and dry with napkin, dry towel, or paper towel. Oh, work. Okay, ta-da! It's clean. Okay, so let's just pick up a little bit purple, and this purple, it's kind of dark color. Okay, be gentle. Start with a heart and then relax. Tap, 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 tap. See, isn't that pretty? And that's two. We can overlap in here. Okay, you don't want it too much. Okay, see, this time I just do a very, very light color, and then you can do two-tone too. Okay, if it's not dark enough, go back to pick out a little bit more. I think that's really pretty background, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So you can clean your stencil if you want to. If you don't want, I think it's better you clean it, just like the brushes after you use it. Clean your brush. Otherwise, next time before you use it, you forget about it, and then it becomes like you ruin your picture. Okay. So now we are going to use the stamp here. So I am going to use the same stamp, the one I created, the same die too. And this time we are going to just give a little bit touch out to fill it out the gap. So rub is the best way to ink your stamp. And because it's die, so we rub, tap, tap. Okay, and I just find some gap gently. Kind of give a little bit touch up here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you can clean your stamp, and then we are going to use our words background here. So I'm going to put my orange away, green away. We are going to use the purple. So I just use the three color. Don't make it too complicated, okay? And then this is our words background. So make sure you don't get upside down image. So here is a great tips for you. It has been a while, so my arrow kind of disappeared. I kind of mark my script stamp. So here is the arrow up. So when I stamped it, I always remember arrow have to be up. That way I don't get a upside down image. Okay, and then we are going to just gently rub a little bit dark purple here, and I only want a little bit in the middle. Okay, so when I place my card on top, I kind of just use my 2 finger, circle in the middle, and that way I get a partial image instead of the whole print. Okay, and then we are going to just give some dark image. So again, I love these VersaFine, but at the same time they always make my artworks messy because they take time to dry. Be gentle, they are really good quality ink pad, but they are just need a while to to dry, to completely dry. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Okay, and then you do have to re-ink your stamp every time you use it. Do this. Okay, one more. This. Isn't that pretty? I think that's so pretty. Ta-da! So which one you like? The one on the left or the one on the right side? They all look awesome, isn't it? So this is how to make your own stencil with your own die cut. I hope you like it. And if you like it, please help us share this awesome channel with your friend. And just click the share button or subscribe our YouTube channel. We will choose, once in a while, we will choose a subscriber from this channel to give the stem set and the matching die set that we use for this tutorial. So help us to share this channel. And here is a preview for our next tutorial. The next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this card. This card is, we are going to use the gold color with some markers to combine those two different kind of media to make this card. So this is a gold color and this is kind of like a pearl white. Isn't that awesome? So this is Lisa from Low Cooking Rubber Stamp. See you next time.